Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we got another game review video here to discuss. We're discussing the games that happened over on Tuesday, Wednesday, looking at the games that happened later today on Thursday and also on Friday, and we're also looking at some standings and seeing how the playoff picture is shaping up right now, and we're looking at how teams are doing this year compared to how they were doing at the same point in time last year. We'll get to all that coming up right now. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here at the NJ Talk channel. Before we get into this video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe down below. Think about your support on here below to love you guys. So if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the like button down below. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to leave a comment down in the comment section below so I'll discuss in today's video. Just before we get started, I want to do a quick update here for my channel. I'm not going to be doing any videos over Saturday. I have too much planned right now for Easter, so I'm going to be pretty busy with that. So I'm not going to be doing my usual videos on Saturday or Sunday morning like I usually do. So I'm going to be doing a couple of pre-recorded videos that'll come out at some point on Saturday or Sunday or Monday. So just to let you guys know that I'm not going to be doing my usually scheduled video on Saturday. So next time you see the usual game review and news video, will be back next week on Tuesday. So just a little reminder there before we get into our game review recap, but still, just to recap here, we're not going to do any videos of my regular scheduled videos on Saturday. I'm going to be doing a couple pre-recorded videos over Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So just to let you guys know that. Now, as usual, I'm going to start today's video off by discussing some game reviews from the past couple of days. We had 12 games happen over on Tuesday. We had 2 games happen yesterday on Wednesday, so with all those here. First, the Boston Bruins overcame a late deficit and came from behind to beat Florida 4-3 as they won 4 of 6 and improved to 42-16-5, while the Panthers have now lost 5 of 6 and fallen 46-21-5, so I'm great out there for Florida. McAvoy, Pasternak, Zacha all had a goal and an assist, and Frederick also scored for Bruins in the win, while Reinhart, Rodriguez, and Verhaeghe were 3 goal scorers for the Panthers in a loss. So a bad loss there for Florida as they lose ground in the race for top spot in the Atlantic Division. Then we saw the Pittsburgh Penguins spoiled Jake Guentzel's return to Pittsburgh as the Penguins were able to beat up the Carolina Hurricanes 4-1 as they have ended their 3-game losing streak and improved to 31-30-10. While the Kings' 7-game point streak ends and they fall to 45-21-7, so good out there for Carolina. Crossley had 3 points with a goal and 2 assists, while O'Connor, Rust, and Puljujärvi also scored for the Penguins in the win, while Orlov was the lone goal scorer for Hurricanes in the loss. So a bad loss there for Carolina. Next, we saw the Washington Capitals give up a late lead but recover and beat the Detroit Red Wings in overtime 4-3 thanks to this goal here from Dylan Strome on local Sportsnet. But Strome was able to get the huge goal to get the OT winner as the Capitals were able to recover and win their 3rd straight and 6 of 7 and improved to 36-26-9, while Red Wings have lost 10 of 13 and fall 36-29-7. So Nuggets up there for Detroit. For the Capitals, Strome scored twice with including the OT winner. Carlson had 2 assists and McMichael and Dowd also scored for Capitals in the win, while the Brink had a goal and an assist. Comfort had 2 assists, and Perron and Larkin also scored for the Red Wings in the loss. So a bad loss there for the Red Wings in overtime. Then we saw the New York Rangers come out in a high-scoring back-and-forth affair and win in overtime as well, beating Philadelphia 6-5. As the Rangers have won 3 straight and 5 of 6 and improved to 48-20-4, while the Flyers have lost 5 of 7 and fall to 36-27-10. Rangers also become the first team to triple digits and 100 points. Lafreniere scored twice. Fox, OT winner, Zibanejad, and Trocheck all had a goal and an assist. Panarin had 2 assists, and Brodzinski also scored for the Rangers in the win, while Konechny and Lon both had a goal and an assist, and Paling, Forrester, and Tippett also scored for the Flyers in the loss. So a bad loss there for Philadelphia. Then we saw the New Jersey Devils score 4 straight goals and after being down 3-2 beat the Toronto Maple Leafs 6-3 as they have won 4 of 5 and improved to 36-33-4, while the Leafs have lost 4 of 6 and fall to 42-22-9. So not great set there for Toronto. For New Jersey, Hischier had a goal and 2 assists, and then Lazar and Bratt, who both had 3 assists, all had 3-point nights. Jack Hughes scored twice. Meyer had a goal and an assist, and Willman and Luke Hughes both also scored for the Devils in the win, while Matthews, Bertuzzi, and Nylander were 3 goal scorers for the Leafs in the loss. So a bad loss there for Toronto. Then we saw the Vegas Golden Knights blow a 4-1 lead and lose in overtime as they got beat by Nashville Predators 5-4 in overtime, and the Nashville Predators have now gone on point 18 straight games, and I think have won 6 out of 7 in a row and improved to 43-25-4, while the Knights now have a 4-game point streak and fall 39-25-8. Snuggers was there for Vegas. Forsberg, O'Reilly both had 3 points with a goal and 2 assists. Nyquist and Jankowski both had a goal and an assist, and Yossi had the OT winner, also scored for Predators in the win, while Carlson had a goal and an assist. Mantha had 2 assists, and Howden, Barbashev, and Theodore also scored for the Golden Knights in the OT loss. So a bad loss there for Vegas as they lose some ground in the race for third spot in the Pacific Division. Then we saw the Edmonton Oilers blow a 2-goal lead but recover and beat the Winnipeg Jets 4-3 in overtime, as they have won 5 of 8 and improved to 43-23-4, while the Jets have now lost 4 straight and fallen 44-22-6. No regrets out there for Winnipeg. For the Oilers, Nugent Hopkins had a goal and assist, McDavid had 2 assists, and Brown, Hyman, who had the OT winner, and Drysdale also scored for the Oilers in the win, while Pionk had 2 assists, and Dylan, Appleton, and Monahan were 3 goal scorers for the Jets in the loss. So a bad loss there for the Jets as they fall in overtime to the Edmonton Oilers. Then we saw the Blackhawks jump out to a 3-goal lead and beat the Calgary Flames 3-1, as they have won 5 of 8 and improved 21-46-5, while the Flames have lost 4 straight, 7 of 9 and fall 33-33-5. Snuggers was there for Calgary. For the Blackhawks, Dickinson scored twice. Anderson, Slaggert, who has first career NHL point, both had 2 assists, and Jones also scored for the Blackhawks in the win, while Weegar was lone goal scorer for the Flames in the loss. So a bad loss there for Calgary as they lose some ground in the standings and are nearing elimination. Then we saw the Montreal Canadiens come back after giving up the first goal early and score 2 straight, beating the Colorado Avalanche 2-1 as they have won 5 of 7 and improved to 27-32-12, while the Avalanche's 9-game winning streak ends and they fall to 46-21-5. Snuggers set there for Colorado. Armia and Suzuki were 2 goal scorers for the Canadiens in the win, while McKinnon was 1 goal scorer for the Avalanche in the loss. So a bad loss there for the Avalanche as they lose some ground. Then the Seattle Kraken had a fantastic game shutting out the Anaheim Ducks 4-0 as they end their 8-game losing streak and improved to 29-29-13, while the Ducks now lost 8 of 9 and fall 24-44-4. Snuggers up there for Anaheim. Beniers and Tolvanen both had 3-point nights with a goal and 2 assists. Eberle and Bjorkström both also scored, and the court stopped all 12 shots he faced in the shutout and the victory for the Kraken. So a very good win there for Seattle and for Joey Decord. Then we see the Arizona Coyotes score 4 third-period goals, including this one here from Josh Doan, our local Sportsnet, but that was Doan's 2nd goal in his first career NHL game, and that goal wound up being the game winner, as Josh Doan's 2nd made it 3-2 in the game, and that would be the game winner as the Coyotes were able to down the Columbus Blue Jackets 6-2 as they have won 4 of 6 and improved to 37-7-5, while the Jackets have lost 8 of 9 and fall at 23-37-12. Snuggers up there for Columbus. Doan, like we said, who scored his first career NHL goal, scored twice. Michelli and Smalls both had goal and assists. Jersey had 2 assists, and Gunther and Bukestad both also scored for the Coyotes in the win, while Jenner and Werenski both had goal and assists, and Goudreau added 2 assists for the Jackets in the loss. So a bad loss there for Columbus. And then we saw Dallas jump out to a 3-0 lead, never look back, beating the San Jose Sharks 6-3 as they have won 5 straight and 10 of 12 and improved to 45-19-9, while the Sharks have lost 8 straight, 17 of 18 and fall to 16-47-8 on the season. Snuggers up there for San Jose. Johnston, who had 2 goals and assists, and Ben, who had a goal and 2 assists, both had 3-point nights. Robinson scored twice, and Marchman also scored for the Stars in the win, while Eklund had a goal and assists, and Granlund had 2 assists, and Gostin and Barabanov both also scored for the Sharks in the loss. So a bad loss there for San Jose, as Dallas keeps on gaining in the Central Division standings. And then those were the 12 games that happened over on Tuesday. Going over to 2 games that happened yesterday on Wednesday. First, Ottawa was able to storm out to a 4-0 lead. One of the goals thanks to this one here, Rebecca Sportsnet, but Boris Kachuk, they scored his first goal as a member of the Ottawa Senators. At that point, made it 2-0. They were able to get out to an early 4-0 lead and wound up being the Buffalo Sabres 6-2 as they've won 3 straight and 6 of 8 and improved to 31-36-4, while the Sabres have lost 3 of 4 and fall to 34-34-5. Snuggers up there for Buffalo. For the Senators, Pinto had 4 points with goal and 3 assists. Batherson, Kachuk, who has first career goals as a Senator, Kachuk, and Chikrinal had a goal and 8 assists. Kostelich had 2 assists, and Zub also scored for Senators in the win. While Bryson had 2 assists, and Petrarca and Clifton were 2 goal scorers for Sabres in the loss. So a bad game there from the Sabres as they continue to fall in the standings, but a really impressive win there for Ottawa. And then we saw Tampa Bay break a tie in the second period and hold on, downing the Boston Bruins 3-1, as Tampa now has an 8-game point streak and improved to 40-25-7, while Boston has lost 3 of 4 and fall 42-17-5. Snuggers up there for Boston. For the Bolts, Chaffee, Kucherov, Point were 3 goal scorers in the win, and for the Bruins, Heinen lone goal scorer in the loss. So a bad loss there for the Bruins, but an impressive win there for the Bolts, getting able to extend their lead for first wild card and closing on Toronto for third Atlantic Division. So lots of interesting stuff there. Lots of interesting games that happened over on Tuesday. Lots of interesting games that happened yesterday over on Wednesday. Going over to a quick look here at the next few days of game action. Later today, there are 14 games of NHL action. Tomorrow, there's only 1 game on Good Friday. So today, there are 5 games at 4 p.m. Pacific time. So first, the Islanders look to try and keep their playoff hopes alive. Take on the Panthers team, is trying to not only clinch a playoff spot, but also get closer and closer to Boston for top spots in the Atlantic Division. The Philadelphia Flyers look to hold down third in the Metro. Take on the Montreal Canadiens team is looking for back-to-back wins against playoff teams. Then the Blackhawks look to try and keep their recent good winning streak alive. Take on the Ottawa Senators team is trying to keep their good play from the past couple of games alive too. Then you have the Columbus Blue Jackets looking to play spoilers. They are eliminated. Taking on a Pittsburgh Penguins team trying to keep their slim playoff hopes alive, and the Washington Capitals, those are trying to keep second the wild card to themselves. Taking on a Toronto Maple Leafs team who's trying to keep third in the Atlantic ahead of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Then 4:30 p.m. Pacific time, the Detroit Red Wings take on the Carolina Hurricanes. Hurricanes looking to try and clinch a playoff spot and closing on New York. Detroit looking to try and keep pace with the Flyers and the Capitals for a playoff spot. Then 5 p.m. Pacific time, there are 3 games, including the Flames taking on the Blues. Blues trying to keep pace for the last playoff spot in the Pacific Division. Flames looking to try and prolong their elimination. The eliminated San Jose Sharks to try and play spoiler, taking on a Minnesota Wild team who's also trying to keep their slim playoff hopes alive, just as the Blues are. And then the Winnipeg Jets are trying to end this 4-game losing streak they're on and get back in the race for first in the Central with Colorado and Dallas. Taking on the Golden Knights team is trying to potentially go ahead of LA in points after today for third spot in the Pacific Division. Then at 6 p.m. Pacific time, there are 2 games, including a potential playoff preview as the Colorado Avalanche to try and catch Dallas for top spots in the Central Division, taking on the New York Rangers team who's looking to extend their lead for first in the Metro. And then also we have another potential playoff preview as the LA Kings play Edmonton Oilers, both teams trying to get some more ground. LA is trying to get ahead of Vegas and closer to Edmonton. Edmonton's trying to get ahead of both LA and Vegas. So those are going to be some interesting games. At 7 p.m. Pacific time, the Nashville Predators look to try and improve in the standings and get closer to Winnipeg for third in the Central Division and keep their point streak going, taking on a Coyotes team who's now eliminated. They eliminated Anaheim Ducks for a second straight game, looking to take on the Seattle Kraken as the Kraken look to try and get back-to-back wins to improve in the standings. And the Vancouver Canucks look to clinch their playoff spot and get to 100 points. Taking on the Dallas Stars team is looking to clinch their playoff spot and get to 100 points. So those are going to be some interesting games that happen over later today on Thursday. And then tomorrow on Friday, there's 1 game of NHL action that happens at 4 p.m. Pacific time, and that is that the New Jersey Devils take on the Buffalo Sabres. Devils and Sabres both trying to keep slim playoff hopes alive and hoping that some of these games that happen today go their way so they can get closer to a playoff spot. So those are the games that happen over the next couple of days. There'll also be 15 games over on Saturday, 1 game over on Sunday, and 8 games over on Monday. So those are all the games that happen over the next couple of days. Lots of intriguing games happening later today. A pretty intriguing game happening tomorrow between the Devils and the Sabres. Looking ahead at the standings here as of March 28th, 2024. So as of right now, Boston leads the Atlantic Division with 99 points, followed by 97 point Florida and 89 point Toronto. The 100 point New York Rangers, who have clinched a playoff spot, are first in the Metro Division, followed by 97 point Carolina and 82 point Philly. They have 87 point Tampa and 81 point Washington, 2 wildcard teams, and they're followed by 79 point Detroit, 76 point New Jersey, 75 point New York I, 73 point Buffalo, 72 point Pittsburgh, 66 point Ottawa, 66 point Montreal, and eliminated Columbus on the outside looking in right now. And then the western side, you have 99 point Dallas leading the Central, followed by 97 point Colorado and 94 point Winnipeg. You have 98 point Vancouver leading the Pacific, followed by 90 point Edmonton and 87 point LA. The 2 wildcard teams are currently 90 point Nashville and 86 point Vegas. And then you have 80 point St. Louis, 77 point Minnesota, 71 point Calgary, 71 point Seattle, and eliminated Arizona, Anaheim, Chicago, and San Jose on the outside looking right now in the Western Conference. So lots of interesting stuff there. Very interesting to see if Vegas is only a point back of LA for third in the Pacific now. Interesting to see it. Dallas and Colorado have created a gap between them and the Winnipeg. Interesting to see Nashville on their 18-game point streak is only just 4 points back of Winnipeg now. Interesting to see that Vancouver still has an 8-point lead for its top spot in the Pacific. Interesting to see that New York was the first team to triple digits. Interesting to see that Boston is currently still leading the Atlantic Division. And interesting to see that Philly, Washington, and Detroit are all still within reach for a playoff spot. So lots of interesting stuff there. And then going over to a quick look here as how teams are doing this year compared to what they were doing last year. So we're just going to go division by division. So in the Atlantic, Flyers 18 points higher than where they were last year. Detroit's 8 points higher than where they were last year. Montreal's 4 points higher than where they were last year. Tampa 3 points lower than where they were last year. Buffalo's 4 points lower. Toronto 6 points lower. Ottawa 7 points lower. And Boston is a full 20 points lower than where they were last year. They're at 99 points. That just shows you how good of a year they had last year. If we look at the Metro, Philly's 12 points ahead of where they were last year. Washington's 8 points ahead. New York Rangers are 6 points ahead. Both Columbus and the Islanders are 5 points ahead. The Carolina Hurricanes are 6 points lower. The Penguins are 8 points lower. And the New Jersey Devils are a whopping 24 points lower than where they were last year. Definitely, they've had a really atrocious season compared to last year. If we look at the Central, Winnipeg's 11 points higher than where they were last year. Nashville's 10 points higher. St. Louis is 8 points higher. Dallas is 7 points higher. Colorado's 5 points higher. Arizona's 1 point lower. Chicago's 7 points lower. and Minnesota is 13 points lower. And then in the Pacific Division, Vancouver's a whopping 27 points higher than last year. The Oilers are 4 points higher than where they were last year. The Ducks are 4 points lower. Kings are 5 points lower than where they were last year. The Flames are 6 points lower than where they were last year. Knights are 10 points lower than where they were last year. Sharks are 13 points lower, and the Kraken are 15 points lower than where they were last year. So definitely, some teams are doing pretty good right now who are doing a lot better than where they were last year. Teams like the Canucks, the Jets, the Predators, the Flyers, the Panthers, to some extent, Detroit and Washington and St. Louis. Teams are doing completely worse than we were last year. Teams like Seattle, San Jose, Vegas, Minnesota, New Jersey, and Boston. So definitely interesting stuff there. Interesting to see how these teams are doing this year compared to doing last year. I'll have to wait and see how they did this year compared to doing last year at the end of the season. So definitely, I'd love your guys' thoughts on all this down in the comment section below. What do you think about the games that happened over the past couple of days? Any of the games intrigue you over on Tuesday, over on Wednesday? Looking ahead to games that happen later today, or also tomorrow on Friday. What do you think about the standings? Anything jump out to you as being really interesting? And on top of that, what do you think about the teams? How do you think the teams doing this year compared to doing last year? Any of those surprises to you? Definitely leave your guys' thoughts on all of that down in the comment section below. So I'm going to talk about for today. Remember to like this video, and if you'd like to subscribe down below. Thank you for all your support, and I'm most really love you guys. So if you haven't already, don't forget the subscribe button down below. If you leave a comment down in the comment section below, so you can discuss today's video. Also a blog talking about news, rumors, analysis, stuff like that. So if you check that out, leave a link in the description below. And cut you see you guys all for next video. See you guys soon.